Hi, I'm David from Freedman's. Frequently, we get asked questions about care and maintenance of handbags and accessories. Today, we'd like to demonstrate the best way for you to take care of your handbags and accessories so they'll give you years and years of service. For care and maintenance of these handbags and accessories, you will need a few items. Some type of soap, a saddle soap of sorts. Your favorite is fine, whether it's glycerin or in a cake form. Some conditioners, maybe some cleaners, depending on how dirty the bags or accessories are that you're cleaning. Brass polish if you have some brass that you're going to be doing. Some soft cloths to buff out different types of leathers. And small container, water, and a sponge. For your bridal leather or vegetable tan leather bags and accessories, undo your shoulder strap, or if it's a belt, make sure the belt's undone. Start with some saddle soap. When we work with saddle soap, we usually make a foam from the soap. So we use quite a bit of water to build in a foam onto a sponge. Start in circular motions on the leather, working the soap into the leather. Now really what we're doing is the cleaning portion of this handbag. We're getting it clean, we're wiping away some of the dirt, some of the grime. We're covering all aspects of every corner, every nook, every cranny. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about the brass because we're going to go back and catch it a little bit later. After I do the front of it, we work into the gusset and into the back gusset. This bag has a double gusset. We work along the bottom of it. You can see the foam coming off the sponge here. We'll flip it over. We can work on the back. It's nice to have a flat area to work on if possible. Onto the shoulder strap. Shoulder straps usually get a little dirtier than the actual bag because it's always in contact with your skin. Now I'm going to wipe off the excess soap just to make sure that it doesn't cake up on the bag. Get the shoulder strap. Make sure that there's not any excess soap sitting on the bag that we won't be able to polish out. And now we let it dry. When it comes to our soft leather bags or our pebble grain bags, because they're chrome tan leather, they're not going to take the same amount of care and maintenance as the bridal leather bag or the vegetable tan leather bag does. So while it's drying, we're going to work on this one a little bit as well. You can use the same process, a little less soap, a little more water, without soaking the bag. All we're trying to do here is to wipe away any dirt, any grime, and to sort of give the leather a new look of life by scraping some of that away while you're cleaning. This leather is a lot easier to maintain as it's tanned completely different. So now we've cleaned this bag and it's sitting here drying. You can see it has a little bit of a flatter look than it did as the soap sort of gets onto it a little bit. Now that our saddle soap has been drying, we can go back and start buffing this bag out. With a soft cloth, wipe down the bag in a polishing type of manner to sort of a light luster. While you're doing this, you can decide, is this bag dry? Is it moist? Is it in good enough condition that you're happy to carry it the way it is? Or will it need conditioning? What other work needs to be done? So in this particular bag, I'm seeing that it could use a little bit of conditioning and also could use a little bit of brass polish on this solid brass piece that we have on the front. Also the D-rings on the side. Once the bag's been buffed out, then you can start to work on your furniture or on your buckles. So I'd like to clean this brass buckle up in front, and on a bag like this, so I don't get brass polish all over the bag, I just make a little piece of cardboard, put it in behind there, apply a small amount of the brass polish that you like, whichever one that is you like to use, onto the rag, rub it in so it doesn't get all over everything, and slowly work the buckles. Now that we've done our brass polish and cleaned up all of our brass on our bag, I've left the brass polish on to sit, and we're going to leave it on to sit while we condition this bag. We can come back and buff out our other bag over here just with a soft cloth. You can come back through here, there's a little bit of patent leather on it. You can work in the nooks and crannies and try and shine that up. You can use a little bit of pledge or any type of furniture polish on the rag as well if you want, just to shine that patent leather up a little bit. For the chrome parts of this bag, you can just rub them with a rag, or you can use Windex or any type of chrome polish. And this bag is ready to go. Now we're going to come back to our bridal leather bag and give it a little bit of conditioner. Today we're going to use a little bit of Lexol. Great old product. We can take out our little piece of cardboard that we put in underneath to protect the leather while we're putting on the brass polish. I don't like to use a lot of any type of conditioner, and you can see I just put a little bit on the top of the sponge. It's a dry sponge, and again, start working in a circular motion onto the bag. Try and be as even as possible. If you want to do the inside, you can do the inside of the bag as well, depending on how you like your bags to be feeling on the inside. This is a great technique to use on vegetable tan briefcases, portfolios, and you can see how far I'm getting with this little bit of Lexol that I put on this sponge. Now I'll just give it a little bit more here. You can see just a little squirt. Now come back through and do the strap. Make sure you do the connecting pieces for it. Put a little bit out on that strap. Make sure you get underneath the buckle where there could be some dirt that gathers there. Now while your conditioner's settling into the leather and drying, you can come back and work on your brass. Taking off all the brass polish with another clean cloth. Don't use the same one that you were using to buff out your handbags, because you'll have it full of brass polish after this. Make sure you get underneath it, because you don't want it staining. You don't want that brass polish working into the leather now. Take your time. Make sure you buff it up really sharp and bright. Now you can go back through and buff up your bag after you've conditioned it and the conditioner has dried. You can start at the front, really doesn't matter where you start as long as you get it all buffed out. I like to put my hand inside, that way I have some platform place to rest while I'm buffing. I'll work on the back a little bit here. Now here, if you get a little friction going and a little bit of speed with your rag, you'll find that you may get a little bit more of a luster starting to happen. You wipe down your shoulder strap. I usually pull it like that one time and then buff it on a table like this so you can make sure that's really buffed in. And there you have your cleaned and conditioned bag from bridal leather or from vegetable tan leather in your soft pebble grain bag. I'm David from Freedman's. Thanks for watching.